Morning from the yarn shop. It's Saturday, October 18th. Oh my gosh. It's actually the first day of New York Sheep and Wool, so yay for that. I hope that if you got to go today, that you had so much fun. It is like the best place on earth. I've been twice and I would love to go again, but if but you know, SAF happens right around the same time, and I definitely cannot make travel happen twice in 1 month. So darn it for me in terms of Rhinebeck. But oh my gosh, I just look out the window and frankly, we don't have many very autumnal looking trees where I live. You know, I don't have big maple trees and things like that. But so the trees that we do have, so they tend to stay green like all year round. Which I'm sure is great, but anyway, gosh, this is off to a rough start. I just noticed that the tree across the yarn shop is starting to change colors, so that's exciting. It's got a little bit of a yellowy glow, so yay for that. When we stay in North Carolina next week, I'm hoping, because we're staying on a big piece of property, I'm hoping that they will have some great trees with orange leaves, because last year I got some beeswax granules because I wanted to do the project where you melt the beeswax and then you get some really pretty autumn leaves and you dip them and you kind of cure them and then you can save them and make garlands. But last year I never found any good leaves. So yeah, so I hope that when I'm in Asheville I get some good leaves. I'm planning on bringing the beeswax granules. We're staying in like a rental property, so not a hotel room. So I'm gonna bring the beeswax granules and hopefully go on a leaf hunt with Ara when I'm not working at SAF and maybe come home with some dipped leaves. So the agenda for today, I'm hoping that this will be my last work day until Tuesday. And then I can just enjoy a couple of quiet days before the mad dash that is traveling and setting up for a fiber festival and all of that. But I'm about to go check right now. I haven't opened yet, so lights still aren't on. I got here just a tad early. I'm expecting today will probably be a busy foot traffic day, but we'll see. So I want to go ahead and go look now. I'm sure that some of the yarn isn't fully dry, so I'd like to get the dry yarns away so they have more space to stretch out, kind of, and hopefully dry by the end of the day. Otherwise, I'll just go ahead and print and write out the labels that I'll need for whatever's left. So that way on Tuesday when I come, they'll for sure be dry and I can just throw them on before I pack them. So that's my plan. I am wearing the same exact color palette as I did yesterday. It's tried and true for me. It's my favorite color palette to wear. Let me see if I can get a good video. I'm wearing a new dress from Quince. It's modal. I think it's bamboo modal. So it's so soft. Oh my goodness. It's like my favorite color of brown. And I'm pairing it with my Posy cardigan by Marzena Kołaczek. And yeah, let me see if I can take a quick video. Not sponsored by Quince, but I wish I was. I just thought about this project and thought I would show it in case you haven't seen it. This is the Rhinebeck doodle cowl from Jamie Lomax. She came out with this pattern three years ago, I think. 2 years ago? 2 years ago. The last time I went to Rhinebeck, I think it was, yeah, the last time I went to Rhinebeck. And I was a test knitter for this, and I love it so much. Oh my gosh, I just realized something. Okay, so when we made, am I thinking of this right? Yeah. Okay, so this is the Rhinebeck doodle cowl. It is mix and match colorwork motifs that you can plug into all kinds of projects. She used to really just have like the cowls out. I'm trying to see if I have one. Aha, so Doodle Deck. This is on my website. But it's mix and match colorwork motifs that you can use to build projects. So there is a recipe in here for how to make a cowl. This is the infinity version sewn, grafted with a twist. Okay, anyway. So it has all kinds of like sweaters on it, like your Rhinebeck sweater. There's sheep, autumnal things, like I've got some kind of red maple leaves here. I'm trying to twist it around. Oh, okay, so we've got some more leaves there. There's a sheep, we've got a row of apples. Sorry, I should be holding the camera out here. But I just noticed something when I put this on that I did not consider before. So last year I made my pink pumpkin sweater. Okay, let me set this down. So last year I made my pink pumpkin sweater, and I just realized I basically did the same thing on my Rhinebeck doodle cowl like 2 years ago. It's a little bit more lavender than it is pink, but it's essentially the same thing. So imagine if I was wearing, stay with me here, Rhinebeck doodle cowl, pumpkin coffee cup cozy, and pink pumpkin sweater all at the same time. That would be ultimate handmade knitted pink pumpkin fall. I need to make that happen. Now, if only it wasn't basically 90 degrees outside today. Okay, you see how perfectly fall and adorable this is? Okay, pink pumpkin sweater, big balloon sleeves, cozy cowl featuring all of the best autumnal colors and motifs, pumpkins, and then holding a cup of coffee with this little cozy on. It's perfect. Maybe I'll try to bring this to SAF, although I don't think it's going to be quite cool enough during the day to get away with wearing this thick sweater. But I mean, how cute. This is like made for a Fiber Festival weekend. Wish I was there. I have got no work done today. I've just made an Instagram reel. I feel like I'm just playing dress up. Okay, so I decided to throw on the sweater because I thought it would look cute over the brown dress. I won't be able to keep it on because it's extremely warm, very woolly. It's my non-superwash DK for the mane. Lots of just, yeah, basically all of my non-superwash DK except for the pumpkins. That's a really rustic woolly yarn held double. So very warm sweater, but in trying it on, it brought me back to a thought that I had last year while I was knitting it, and some of you might even remember this, especially those of you who have been binge watching the previous years of Vlogtober in between these episodes, which I love that. I'm almost tempted to go back myself and just see the difference. But anyway, in putting this sweater on, I remember that at the time of knitting it, I really wished that I would have made it kind of cropped, and I just think it would be so cute. So I'm gonna see if I can get a little video because I just went and looked in the mirror and kind of held it up to where I wish that it sat. And it made me really want it to be cropped. And I'm tempted today to unravel the bind off and to crop it a few inches. And if it's bad, I can re-knit it, you know? That's what you're supposed to do with a sweater that you love. You take care of it, you modify it, blah, blah, blah. I gotta get the camera a high enough angle that you can actually see. Take you over here. Today's video is gonna be a little unhinged, I think. It's been a rough couple of days. Okay. Does that work? It might be a little crooked, sorry. So here's the sweater, and it is really cute. Don't get me wrong, it's super cute. It's like cozy sweatshirt vibes, but with a dress like this. Imagine if it was sitting up here. I feel like that looks a lot cuter on me. I don't know. I wish there was some way, I don't know. I don't know, guys. Like with the bell sleeve kind of style and then the quick tapering, I think it would look cuter if I changed it. Dilemma. I might, ooh, those golden leaves that I was talking about, they're like billowing in the wind right now. Oh, they stopped. I would have turned around the camera. But anyway, full length, okay. Cropped length. And obviously it would sit a little bit differently because right now there's all this extra fabric. I just think it would be so cute. Maybe I should measure it and see how many inches I would take off. After measuring it, this feels so crazy, but I think I would take off 6 inches and then I would add an inch for the ribbing hem again. So yeah, in total I would want to lose 5 inches. That just seems so crazy. But the fact that I wanted to do this last year and I'm still thinking about it now tells me that maybe it really is the right call. I think this would look so cute. I'm going to finish labeling and twisting all of this yarn, and by then my knitting group should be here and I might make a decision then. We'll see. Stay tuned. An update, and it is actually 7 o'clock at night and it's pitch black outside. It's almost 7, I think. So today was not a busy customer day, but I did have 2 of my best friends here with me basically the whole day. One of them actually just left. Hi, because I know you're watching this. So I decided that I wanted to shorten my pink pumpkin sweater, as I did mention earlier. And I know that the clips earlier were a little bit manic because I was just busy and like, I don't know, it's like the sudden jubilation because I knew I was finishing the rest of the yarn today and all of that. But I managed to adjust the sweater and the lighting looks bad now because there's no more natural light coming in, but I thought I would just show you guys the sweater real quick because it's now the perfect length. So when I finished my pink pumpkin sweater last October, I loved it so much, but I felt like it was too long for how boxy it was. And so I have been wanting to crop it, and I happen to be wearing the perfect outfit today for this sweater if it was cropped, as I showed I think in the clip where I was kind of holding it up. So I went ahead and I just did it. Now originally it did have a tubular bind off, which means I had to undo the tubular bind off. And if you've ever done that, you'll know it's a little bit trickier, so I had to be really patient, and that probably took an hour just to take out the bind off. And then, you know, I took several measurements, and I knew exactly how many inches I wanted to take out, so I went ahead and I took out most of that, and then I put it on scrap yarn and tried it on, and I realized it was the exact perfect length, and my friend, she confirmed that it was the perfect length. So I realized, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take out that extra inch like I originally planned, because I knew I wanted to add back in an inch of ribbing so that it wouldn't roll with just a stockinette, you know, basic knitting stuff. So I ripped out one more inch, and then I picked up the stitches again, and I knitted it, and I did the tubular bind off again, and now I think it's perfect. So I will steam the hem, the ribbing, to finalize it. But yeah, now I'm planning on bringing this to SAF. I think it's going to be perfect. So let me try to show you real quick. And then with my little flare skirt and my Doc Martens, I think it's so cute. So I am gonna go home now, and I think this is where the video is going to end because it is late. So this is a bit of a short video, but definitely an exciting project update. And I'll be sure to share this again when I get to wear it, hopefully next week when I'm at SAF. So I hope you all had a great day, and good night.